Hey guys, welcome back to another video of creating React Native app. So in the previous video we created quite a few files. So we created our auth, errors, index, to-dos, types, folder files inside of our actions folder, and we exported them into a few different places. And we structured our main.js file a little bit to take in the provider and stuff. So now we've got a restore user method here from auth.js. What we'll do is we'll create that. So let's go ahead and import a sync storage from at react-native-async storage /async storage, like that. So that's where we will save all our information, all our data. And then we can go ahead and import restore user, login, and log out. So the reason we haven't done / like that is it will most likely throw a warning error, but we can try it anyways and we'll see if it does. And then let's go ahead and import is empty and import, we can go ahead and import set errors like that from there. We'll see if this line works. If it does, just makes it easier for us. And then inside of our restore user we'll do try. So a try and catch block is basically try this block of code. If an error, catch it and do something. So this is good practice, just in case we know an error will occur, but we don't want the app to crash. We want to handle that error and then do something afterwards. So here we're going to go ahead and do dispatch. First we need to bring the dispatch in from our function here. So as a parameter we're going to give it the dispatch and we're going to call the dispatch. So type restore user, and then we're going to do await async storage dot get item, and then we're going to type user like that. Now the reason this throws an error is because it needs to actually be in a sync method, so like that, which I forgot to add. So once you do that, it won't throw an error, assuming I spelled it correctly. There we go. And then we need our catch block. So in here we can do E, and then we can just go ahead and do console.error. We'll say restore user / new line, and then here we'll say E. So for now we're just going to console log the error, but assuming this is a bigger app, you can actually do some sort of error handling here and prevent it from breaking the app essentially. So let's go ahead and we can call this will dispatch restore user, will provide that. So if we save that and then go there, it just took me straight through the authenticated screen because it knows that there is no user. So let's do a hard reload. Yep, so the splash screen barely loaded. So here, this is the warning which you get. So required cycles are allowed but can result in uninitialized values. So that's why you don't necessarily import it like the way I've done here. You can do it that way for when you're pulling it out, so you do / actions like that. However, doesn't make sense to do that here, so we'll just go ahead and do / types here, get rid of set errors like that. I mean, the app will still work with that warning, but it's good to not have warnings or errors just in case it breaks anything. So we can provide set errors like that, and we can save that, and that should get rid of the warning. Yep. Cool. So now we can go ahead and create our register user functionality. So inside of our register user, we're going to do another try. Before we do the try, let's turn this into a sync function. So try, and then we'll also get our catch like that, and console.error. We'll just say register user / new line, and then E like that. No, that's fine. And then to try, we'll do data. Or before we do data, we go actually bring it all of that in as a parameter. So data / comma dispatch. So we're going to take two parameters. First one being data, second one dispatch. So now we can do data.email is equal to data.email.to lowercase. Oops, lowercase. So what we're doing here is the email that is provided, we're going to make it lowercase. So regardless if they enter uppercase or whatever, it'll always be lowercase. That'll keep our email unique. And because an email with the first letter capital is different from an email that is, or rather a string that is lowercase for the first letter, but the exact same string. So for instance, university is different from university there. So by making it 2 lowercase, it'll keep it the same. You can also do 2 uppercase, which is fine. So let's go ahead and create an errors object here, and we're going to store any errors in here that we might find. Then we'll do const, we'll quickly do an email check. So here we'll do await async storage dot get item data dot email. So it's going to look into the sync storage, and it's going to try and pull an item that has the same email as this, right? That's saved with this key. And we'll grab that, and then we'll do if is empty email check. We'll do errors.email equals enter something other than blank. And then here we'll do else if is not empty. So we're using the is empty, but then we're using the not parameter here, which it changes true to false and false to true. Email check. We'll then do errors.email equals account already exists. And last else if here is data.password.length less than 6. Then we'll say errors.password is password must be at least 6 characters long. So here we're doing a little bit of data error validation. So enter something other than blank. Account already exists. Password must be at least 6 characters long. And then we'll do if is not empty errors. Then we go ahead and return set errors. And then we'll do dispatch and errors. So the reason I'm writing shorthand if statements like this is, rather than doing if and then else, is it's good practice to sort out all the errors first and then use a return object to end the code at this point here. And then assuming there are no errors, this will never trigger, so then it will fall down, and then anything underneath this is where our actual code begins. So of course this is good if it's an if else style, but then if it is if else or if else if else if else if and then else, there's a few other ways of doing it. You can still use this style. The way you do it then is just restructure on how you're going to code it. So let's do await async storage dot set item, and inside of here we'll do data dot email and data dot password. So what we're doing is we're saving this information, so the key will be data dot email and the item inside of the key will be data dot password. This is just very basic kind of storage. You should never store data like this in production applications, but for testing purposes this is perfectly fine. And then we'll do async storage dot set item our user and data dot email, like that. So that is saying our current logged in user is whoever this email is. And then we can quickly run dispatch type login and our user data dot email, like so. You can save that. Now this will create an account for us, but it won't do anything. We'll also need our login features. Well, it may do something. Let's see what it is. So let's go to register. Let's go ahead and just type test, and then 1 2 3 4 5. No, it's not going to do anything because except throw an error, because we need to actually set all of that up. Yeah, this is throwing an error for the navigation stuff. That's fine. We'll connect everything once we've created these functions first, and you'll kind of see how that goes. So the next video we'll continue making these methods, such as we log in, log out. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks.